Something seems a little different.
I can't believe we missed it. That one has a piece of pizza. Let's get out of here before Big Gray Squirrel finds out.
I call half-seas.
Ugh, man!
On the table, Nickelodeon, Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Monsters and Mutants. No, I don't have a cold collection. Our 4 favorite turtles dressed up again for spooky season. What say we actually start with Raph today?
You mean it? I get to go first? It's about time.
Monsters and Mutants Vampire Raph. On the back of the box, the collection at hand, Monsters and Mutants. The evil villain Savanti Romero is back with a plan to unleash the world's most famous monsters upon New York City. The turtles gear up with new monster hunting weapons to save the city and themselves. It's daylight, and we are opening up a Vampire Raph. I hope he's not defective. And Vampire Raph outside of the package, looking oh so pointy.
I prefer to be described as high society.
Oh, okay. Impressed I am of this Vampire Raph, mainly because of the fuzzy cloth cape. You don't see fuzzy cloth capes as much as we used to, so it's a real treat. In fact, I almost want to repurpose this thing and put it on Master Splinter. Somehow. It's got a little bit of a plastic built-in collar around his neck, and it attaches to his arms, which is kind of a neat little feat. Then when you raise his arms, he does a Batman-like cape effect. Really shiny front painted tuxedo jacket, painted on the front, and I suppose it's wrapped around his shell. Raph has pretty good red paint on his knee pads, wrappings on his feet and hands, and a good teethy grin. It is weird to see him with hair though, and ears. Oh so weird. Raph also has a bat to clip onto his arm. And we've got one psi weapon and one stake.
Hey, get that thing away from me.
Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah, you better think twice about keeping that thing around me.
That's Vampire Raph. Good start to the Monsters and Mutants. I'm gonna go with Frankendon next. I think he's my favorite out of the Monsters and Mutants. Oh wow, Frankendon looking very awesome. Where to start with this guy? Perhaps my tall platform shoes. Yeah, those shoes are great. Donnie being the tallest turtle, it's pretty fun to see even extra large feet on the guy. Ooh, sorry about that knee. A little bit hollow though. A normal Donnie stands a little bit shorter than Frankendon because of those shoes. I like how his toes are making an appearance right there. Frankendon also, amazing detail going on pretty much all over. His front shell cracked. You can see stitching going all over his arms and legs. A metal plate right there. Some interesting mechanical armbands. And most painfully, we've got one bolt in the top of his head. Yeah, that probably would do that to me too if I had a bolt in my head. On the back of his shell, we have a few canisters of something embedded and protruding. Very nice touch. You can't really see that from the package. It would be kind of fun if you could remove them though. They look pretty stuck. Maybe if you really give it a tug, but I don't really want to try that yet. That is a sharp feature. I also like Donnie's bow staff, very technical with little dishes and things on it. Almost could use it as a suction cup maybe. No. But you can stand it up, which is kind of neat. And look at Donnie's hands. A little more pointy than usual too. This is a great figure, wow. If there's anyone to get out of this series, I think this is the one to get. And probably out of all of them, the most disturbing. Thanks for being here, Frankendon. Where am I? Got a bit of a headache. Next up, it's Mutant Mummy Leo. And Mutant Mummy Leo here, looking ultra wrapped. Kind of a conflict of design. Is it more about the mummy or is it more about the snake on him? Good thing we could remove the snake, I believe. Now he's more mummy-like, although I do like the little extra snake. And we do have a scarab on his leg. Mutant Mummy Leo has some interesting arms. They're so much more articulated than normal with these elbows. They're really spindly. Kind of spin them around and have some fun. Those shoulders too. Head rotation 360 degrees. Wrapped all around the shell. And we even have some toe jointing going on with him. This usually doesn't happen with the turtles, but for some reason it's just on this foot. That's kind of weird. Weird they did that. I guess it's for some sort of interesting mummy-like positioning. Golden sword weapon. Not too bad of a monster mutant. Let's put that snake on him again. That was actually one of my costumes way back when, was having a snake wrapped around me. I'm going to have to find that old picture. Mutant Mummy Leo, everyone. A well-preserved action figure. I plan to be stored 1,000 years. Is this still going on? Pac-Man Mashems? My quest to collect the whole collection? Why, sure it is. Perhaps we will finally see a Pac-Man today. Or perhaps Clyde will make an appearance. Let's see what we can find. Oh, it's another power pellet converted ghost. I think this would be my second one of these. But as I said before, this is the one you would like extras of, at least 4. Then you can really do some Pac-Man tabletop recreation, maybe with Kix cereal. Oh, looky there! Is that Minecraft Minifigures Spooky Series 9 3-pack The Sham? I was looking for that pack. And amazing, the card is mostly flat. Let's unbox that sham. Wow, the sham is really enormous. Anybody want to share what the sham is? See a large skull mask, perhaps, with a red apron going around the front. So I'm thinking the sham isn't as scary as it possibly is underneath. Gingerbread Cookie Man, perhaps? I don't know, but this is one of the better minifigures of this series just because of its size. And kind of creepiness, too. Then, of course, this 3-pack comes with the ultra adorable mummified sheep. I think Mutant Mummy Leo will like that one. We'll spend eternity together! And Alex with Enderman hoodie. Another favorite. Whoa, where'd she go? So that's the sham. If you're looking to see more of that spooky series collection, check out the video I did just a couple days ago. There is a lot of spook going on. Saving the best for last, maybe, with Werewolf Mikey? I thought I was the best. Oh, that's right. Nothing can upstage you, Frankendon. So, Werewolf Mikey. And a Werewolf Mikey outside of the package, looking a bit hairy.
I have a bit of a follicle problem.
Yeah, apparently. This turtle is really growing on me as my second favorite. Wolf pack jacket on the back there. Nice Mikey green. Hands and feet clawed out. Another turtle with hair.
Again, it's a follicle problem.
And it looks like this Mikey has some pretty good articulation. Some of these thinner turtle arms on these characters give you a little more room for fun, especially these legs. When turtles wear pants, they have things happening. And again, we have one foot with a little bit of articulation on the toes there. Still trying to really figure out how to make that look awesome with that. And we have a weapon, of course, nunchucks, bone nunchucks. Squeeze those in there. Could have really used 2 pairs. It's kind of a bummer. It looks like they've substituted a piece of pizza, which might be the first piece of pizza I have for this scale figure. So maybe that's not a bad thing.
Of course it's not a bad thing, it's pizza.
Yeah, I like this Mikey. Werewolf Mikey and Frankendon, certainly the best. Great Scott, Morty!
What?
I've been looking all over for you. We must go back to the future. Follow me!
I think you got the wrong 80s movie, but I've got the rest of the day off. So let's go see this Back to the Future.
Surprise! One last figure to show. It's Monster Hunter Leo. I actually found this one first a few weeks ago, and it wasn't until today where I stumbled upon the monsters. Unfortunately, Monster Hunter Raph yet to be found. But there's always something to look for, right? Okay, let's unleash Monster Hunter Leo. And we have a more serious katana-waving, leather trench coat, fedora hat-wearing, monster-finding, belt-hanging accessories Leo outside of the package.
What's that? Have you seen the other monsters yet?
Yeah, I reviewed them all first. They're all over the room now. You'll never be able to find them at once.
You fool! You're supposed to open me first, so I can catch these monsters. Ah!
Hey Leo, I think there's some confusion here. How are we in the same place at once? How is it that I'm a monster and you are a monster hunter?
Something seems messed up with the space-time continuum.
I believe I may have an explanation. Shh. I think Mikey and that strange doctor tore a portal into time and messed things up. Great Scott! What is going on here?
Doc, this pizza tastes old. I can't live like this.
Perhaps you could come to my house.
Okay, there's just too much stuff going on here. Anyhow, Monster Hunter Leo is a really slick figure. I really like this trench coat going on. It is nice and soft plastic, so it doesn't really interfere with a lot of the mechanics of the normal turtle action figure. And the fedora fits on his head pretty well. Fits over the bandana with a little clip, a soft clip, and it holds on pretty well. I like that. I also like that we have our standard Leo katana swords, and we have some more cartoony Monster Hunter-like swords to throw and attack and to capture other monsters with. So with Monster Hunter Leo here, you have a pretty good choice. Either the hunter or the hunted. Both pretty cool Leos. And there you have it, with your Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles monsters. A pretty good grouping of costume turtles with some slight early 90s throwback looks. And don't forget about the monster hunters too. Someone has to keep an eye on those monsters.
Oh, great. I dropped my hat. Anyone want to get it for me? Hello?
Nickelodeon Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Monsters and Mutants action figures arrive on store shelves fall 2017, each running approximately $8.99. If you are all into dressing your turtles monster spooky-like, this series is for you. However, if things are too scary monster-like, go with the Monster Hunters and save the city. That's what I have to say about that. Great Scott!
Ancient Egyptians mummified squirrels to gather nuts in the afterlife. Thanks for watching Squirrel Stampede. Please like, share, subscribe.
Thank you, my son. It is very soft and comfortable. See, I told you. 2 splinters? Uh-oh, Doc, it's happening again.